Whoa! Hello, 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 everyone. Wow.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is, I am staggered to say, it is our 200th episode, and we are so thrilled that you are here to celebrate it with us. Yay! 200. Yes.
200, Laurel. Wow. That is an amazing accomplishment. Unbelievable. I am so thrilled to be here to celebrate this with all of you and to be a co-host on one of the longest running events in Alt Space VR.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird honor. It is a bonkers honor. 4 years ago, Mark, our producer, wanted to give back to our community and create something that would help all of us. It needed to be interactive and entertaining. And he created the news and updates all by himself, building his own event world and pulling together a semblance of a script. Did his first show and so impressed with his passion and determination, others stepped up to help, and we've regretted it ever since.
Oh, no, you haven't.
Okay. That's true. Myself and other hosts, reporters, moderators, world builders, and so many people have come together to make this possible every week. This has been an amazing labor of love. I just can't even tell you how much. It's a love for all space VR. It's a love for our community, and above all else, it is a love for the man that makes this possible every week, our beloved producer, Mark. Yay. Thank you, Mark.
You know, you guys, for 200 episodes, this is what he has done for every episode. He's run the slides, recorded the video, live streamed it, and followed along with the script written by Laurel with help from the news and updates reporters who share newsworthy links, attend events, and upload pictures and descriptions to help us flesh out the news.
We also couldn't do this without the incredible moderators who keep coming back for reasons we don't understand to help us control the crowds of 20 to 100 people, often jumping into mirrored rooms when the audience numbers soar. Their patience, compassion, and generosity of spirit to help newcomers learn about how to get into the seats, how to protect the event from disruption for ourselves as well as you, the audience. We are so grateful and appreciative of your support. Thank you.
Indeed. We thank you all so much. And for our 200th episode, we've thought long and hard about what we wanted to do to celebrate with you. We've decided to bring you the key pieces of news you need to know, as we have for the past 4 years. But we also would like to step back through time with some of the people who contributed to the show's success over the years and show you a little of what it takes to put on this show every week.
We are also going to give you some hints as to what's coming up for after our very first ever month-long break in over 4 years, almost 4 years. So when we return in September, we'll make some changes to the studio, but also in how we present the news. So stay tuned for that.
As you know, we are not AltSpace VR employees. We're volunteers and your fellow community members. We care about this community and we bring you the news, good and bad, every Saturday. So let's start the show, as we always do, with some AltSpace VR news.
Now, we aren't the only AltSpace VR celebrating. Center Stage arrived in 2018, bringing the brightest and the best to entertain you onto the center stage, put you in the spotlight. They stopped hosting their live show earlier this year, but they're coming back on Sunday, July 31st, for a special reunion. JW, we want to see you there.
Hosted by Natalia and the Center Stage team, this open mic entertainment show has highlighted some of the best and worst talents across our community. Many went on to host their own concert shows. It was a key part of our Sunday entertainment lineup in AltSpace VR for many years, and we're thrilled that they're back and even thinking about rebooting the event up again. So join us in supporting them.
Yeah. Tom Nichols of Evolver and Trip is teaming up with educators in VR for a very special event this Thursday, showcasing the power of street art in historical restoration, exploring the incredible modern artist Banksy, who is revolutionizing the art world. So join us to explore the magic and wonder of street art on Thursday.
Educators in VR's V Language team explores language learning using XR from a variety of perspectives and languages. They're hosting their Univirtual Experience conference this Friday and Saturday to help teachers, educators, trainers, students, and researchers learn more about how learning works in VR, AR, and XR. It's free and open to the public, so don't miss it.
Mhm. VR Networking is hosting their monthly VR trade show and numerous events on Friday here in Altspace VR. If you're looking to connect with other business professionals, check out the events all day on Friday.
Our beloved ancient I Won't Say is back. Yay!
Yeah!
Yes, you've seen him around here and there and in this event where he's served as moderator for many years. But this week, he's really back from his near death stroke, someone his young age should not have gone through.
First, after months and months of physical therapy, he finally gained access to his computer room. And one of the first things he did when he got access was to update his famous Skelix Cathedral back to its glorious beauty, this time in URP. Now, Skelix is famous not only for its beautiful design and a gorgeous event space that we've used for holiday storytelling, concerts, and Christmas carol sing alongs, but it's also one of the first Unity worlds that uses an algorithm to generate the scene.
That's right. It's not drawn or based upon Unity models like so many people do. This was created using a repeating algorithm that added a randomized pattern to create not only the structure of the cathedral, but the beautiful fountain in the middle with what looks like stone tablets swirling around a glowing stream of energy.
Now, the process allowed what would ordinarily be a huge and heavy performing Unity template to be down under 10 megabytes and highly performant. And we just heard that he's also updated his Earthquake Machine World to URP. I was just in there. It is incredible.
Ah. As
Wow.
far as we know, this is the first earthquake generator in the metaverse. It shakes the ground and your avatar slides down hillsides with the shake.
And so it's back, and we're eager for him to get better and ready, which he is stronger and stronger, so he can present on all of these techniques soon.
And that's not all. Ancient created the first alternative to the AltSpace VR Unity uploader that offered more features and smoother transitions for those uploading from Unity into AltSpace VR. He has updated it after almost a year, and it is back, and so is he. We've shared the GitHub link to help all world builders bring their designs into AltSpace VR, so check it out. And yes, Ancient I Won't Say is back, and we are
Yes.
so
Yes.
happy. Yay! Thank you for all that you've given to this community, Ancient, to make it better.
Now, we have been talking about this for months, and now the news is here with a new Pico headset. This week, Pico announced that they're launching the new headset, and filings were found for the Pico 4 headset that has passed through the FCC in the US and also other international agencies. Brand new headset. This is next generation stuff. We thought they were going to use the Pico 3. It's not. New Pico 4. The filings also reveal that they're introducing two versions of the headset.
There will be the Pico 4 and the Pico 4 Pro. Both are standalone devices, much like the Quest, but the Pro model will feature face and eye tracking functionality, much like Cambria or the Quest Pro that's due out soon. It also looks like the headset will be white, like others in their Pico 3 Neo series, and it has a revised controller that looks even more ergonomic.
They continue to hire for the US branch called Pico Studios. And yes, the headsets will be available in the States as well as Europe and Asia. As we've reported, the specifications should be similar to the Quest 2 or better. It comes with a more comfortable strap and the link cable is included. I love that. We'll have more details as we find them, but get excited because we are.
The metaverse was recently featured on the cover of Time magazine this week. The image was done by Micah Johnson, a former Major League Baseball shortstop who is now a digital artist. He created an image of a virtual portal with his character Aku, whom he called the first digital explorer.
Now, we call ourselves that, so I don't know about that, but we'll share the title with Aku and with Johnson, whose character has generated more than $20 million in sales and has secured a major TV and film development deal.
The character explores the past and learns along his metaverse journey about how people overcame diversity of all kinds, which we applaud. We'll be ready to enjoy the adventures of Aku in the metaverse as we enjoy our own.
Now, speaking of the metaverse, let's talk about Meta, that elephant in the room. As we predicted, a company called Meta is suing Meta for naming itself Meta. The trademark violation is now being fought out in the courts as negotiations with Facebook over the past 8 months failed. Meta is an installation art company that has seen their business collapse because of the loss of their trademark.
They claim in the complaint, quote, because consumers are likely to mistakenly believe that Meta's goods and services emanate from Facebook and that Meta is associated with a toxicity that is inextricably linked with Facebook, unquote.
Them's fighting words, Karen.
Yep, that's true, Laurel. And unfortunately, it's true, but we wish
Yeah.
them luck in their case.
Now, have you seen the images from the James Webb Telescope? Oh, come on. Please tell me you've seen them. They're amazing. We highlighted some. We highlighted some last week, but this week, NPR published a comparison of the photographs Hubble took with the pictures from James Webb, and we were stunned.
The interactive tool to showcase these images was created by John Christensen as a before and after comparison so you could see the difference in real time. The Carina Nebula just left us blown away with the detail. We've shared the link with you on our News and Updates Discord, and we expect to see some of these amazing images soon in one of Nico and Shushu's amazing worlds.
Mhm. Now, time for our fun news section. We know you wait for it every week.
Yay! Okay, rail tracks twisting, airport tarmacs melting, wildfires, people dying, and heat hitting the northern hemisphere is a killer. Some areas are reporting 114 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 46 Celsius, even in places that normally wouldn't see those temperatures. Too late to debate whether or not global warming is real, right?
Okay, Karen, that's not funny. It's true. It's very serious, and we hope everyone stays cool and safe. But where's the funny in this?
Okay, Laurel, patience, please. Did you know that there are sweatbands for VR headsets?
You, huh? You mean like the ones that
Uh,
what's her name? Jane Fonda wears those workout sweatbands?
well, kind of. We did some research and found that there are two kinds available. Although the Jane Fonda sweatbands would help, they just have to catch the sweat above the headset.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work. When I'm slicing squares in Beat Saber or sweating out in a hot room while attending an event in All Space VR, my whole face sweats. Okay, TMI, but my whole body sweats. Got something for that?
Well,
Come
not
on, we
exactly,
all
Laurel,
do.
but you know what? It's getting close. So
Okay.
the company called No Sweat specializes in bandanas, hats, and clothing to prevent sweat dripping in the eyes and pulling the sweat away from the body. So they use their fabric technology to create the No Sweat VR headset liner.
Now, reported on Android Central, which awarded the liner 4.5 stars. This sounds like a brilliant idea. It sticks to the top and bottom of the headset face pads, and it sits against your face to absorb the sweat. It also has a little airspace to increase the flow of air, thus hypothetically reducing fogging. Okay, I like that.
However, when we checked on Amazon, the verdicts were not as resounding. For some heavy sweaters, they would get one or two uses before it was drenched, and they don't hold up so well, so they must be replaced often. The kit comes with several liners, but many people said they didn't clean well, and so they ended up throwing them away when they started to stink.
That's not good.
No.
Have you been playing VR again? Okay, so but it it encouraged us to dig deeper into this whole sweat issue. Well, come on, we're not alone in this. We found that there are sweat liners that look a lot more like Jane Fonda's sweatband, but they cover your whole face. Okay, not your whole face, that the top half of your face. these are these are face masks for VR users and seem to be really beloved by VR gamers. They put these on and then put the headset on over them, and it adds comfort. It absorbs all the sweat.
Oh, I like that, Laurel.
I know, so do I. So I ordered a set of 3. We'll be testing them out through the heat of August, and we'll report on them when we return back from our break. If you've used these, we would love to hear how they worked for you. Most of all, we'd love to hear from your friends, family, and neighbors and what they think about you wearing these around the house when they come to visit. What's that on your face? It has a whole new meaning now instead of a headset.
They need
You
to
too
just
can keep
put
sunburn off your nose with a VR face mask. There.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Okay, so continuing with the heat wave theme, we also found a cooling face fan on Amazon called the KKCOB VR K2 cooling fan. And if you want to get serious about your VR face sweat, well, try one of those out. There is a cotton or leather face pad model option, and it is designed to not just absorb sweat, but also blow a fan into your headset to cool things down inside.
Seriously, You put it on and you put the headset on top of it, and it works. It gets a 4-star rating, and so people are using it and enjoying it. And for those who struggle to wear glasses in their headset, it adds just a little more space to make it easier to wear. Now that's cool, literally.
Laurel, speaking of cooling, the clouds are
Yes.
melting.
Huh? What? What?
Well, yep, the clouds are melting. Well, at least the clouds that matter to us. Data centers and cloud computing centers by Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Oracle, all are suffering from the extreme heat this summer. Heat related server failures are causing havoc with the internet and computing infrastructure that our lives depend upon.
So Oracle Cloud, which supports much of England's cloud computing infrastructure, was taken down for about 12 hours this week, as they couldn't even keep up with their own heat generation in combination with all the high heat in London and nearby locations. Expect to see more of this as the heat just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
Okay, well, folks, it had to happen. U.S. President Biden, House of Representatives members Katie Porter, Ted Lieu, Val Demings, and Benny Thompson, along with Senators Richard Blumenthal and Ben Sasse, have all reported positive COVID tests in the past week, some for the second and third time.
So far, all are doing okay, but this is example of how even protected government leaders are not safe, nor are you. In researching this point, we found a government tracking website that hosts charts and lists of those in the US government who test positive for COVID. Who knew such a thing was out there? Kind of cool. Weird.
Yeah, it is.
Scary.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
cool and scary. So we went looking for something similar in the UK and we didn't find it. But we did find a chart of cases that also include reinfections, which are on the rise. It's stunning to see the huge spike in January 2022 when we thought we were safer than in 2020 and 2021. That's Omicron at work. Estimates are that due to underreporting, these numbers should be much higher. Hospitals are overfilling again, so please be safe. And I just have to say, on a personal note, I wear a mask always everywhere I go, and I ended up going to San Diego with my family, and I took it off because for a few times because I was the only one with the mask and I felt stupid. So I really truly regret it now. So, we stand up here every week and say be safe, but I'm just saying hopefully I won't get it, but if I do, it's my own fault. So, just
Oh,
wear a
well,
mask and be safe.
please, we're sending good thoughts your way. We're hoping that the
Thank you,
luck
Laurel.
stays with you. Yay, thanks. Now, let's take things on a happier and funner note. It's our 200th episode. It's time to grab the champagne, so to speak, and celebrate
Yay!
200 episodes. Yeah.
Wow, it's hard to believe it's been 4 years and 200 shows. Wow.
In 200 episodes, I mean, it's just I'm stunned when I think of 200. It's like, where did the time go? I'm just shocked. Here we are.
Wow. In 200 episodes, we filmed over 300. Did I skip something, Laurel?
Nope.
No.
Nope, I did.
So in 200 episodes, we filmed over 300 hours of video. Mark, we've hosted over 12,000 attendees.
We've written over 7,200 pages of scripts, which comes to about 1.5 million words.
We've created over 200 slideshows with over 14,400 slide images.
And we do all of this for you for free because we want to give back to you, the community, to help you learn what is going on around here and around our community, the news you need to help you build your worlds, host your events, and thrive.
The first News and Updates show was hosted in a big open space. The audience had to walk or teleport over a great distance to get to the studio, which was surrounded by mountains and trees. It was impressive, but a little bit overwhelming.
A little bit. The second studio featured a narrow stage in front of a huge slide screen, and the audience could stand on the ground in front or up on a bridge that stretched across the open field in front of the screen.
The third studio was home for a while, and it introduced a closed space studio with seats and a platform stage. We had a hidden entry area to access our green room where we waited for the audience to get seated and then walk out onto the stage. The previous version had a green room, but we now hide behind the screens here in the back for this version.
We just made it easy. We don't care about the host. We just stuff them in the back till we're ready, you know. It was complicated having a green room. Now, this is the fourth version of the studio. Okay, well, actually, it's 4.5. This past year, Mark changed the desk to be this curve, and he created big curved screens around behind us and stuff. And he added screens to the front to help those in the front row see the slides.
We also have slide monitors in the desk, as well as in the front of us and behind the audience to help us keep on track with the script and the slides. We're going to open up the stage blockers after the show for you to check out the studio and see all the tricks that have been developed over the years.
Now, over the years, we've celebrated the holidays, including Pride, Halloween, Christmas, with amazing decorations.
And we've hosted the news, interviewed AltSpace VR staff, and had great parties too. News and Updates has also been a leader in our community, helping to support the annual holiday events like Halloween and the holiday storytelling events. It's been an amazing experience that we've shared with all of you.
Now, before we get the gang up here, we thought we'd show you a little bit behind the scenes of how this show comes together.
It begins with Laurel and our reporters sharing links and photographs for the show script in our private reporters channel. All week long, they gather information that we showcase in the show.
The deadline's Thursday night, and Friday and Saturday, I work with the team to write the script and grab the screenshots and photographs we need to put the slideshow all together. The script is color coded to represent each host, though sometimes we accidentally read over each other's part, but we're a team. So we just laugh and we keep going, right, Karen?
That's right. That's right, Laurel.
No
And,
egos
and
here,
then
man.
and on Saturday, the pressure increases for Mark because
Yes.
on Saturday, he gathers all the images and puts them into a slideshow following the script. And you've seen how many slides there are. It's not a quick thing, but he makes it quick. Mark is so fast. Anyway, then I go through the script as a second pair of editing eyes and make corrections and adjustments.
Meanwhile, during the week, if there's any customizations to the event world and set, Mark works on them, constantly tweaking to improve the experience for you, as well as those of us up on the stage.
We arrive about 20 to 30 minutes before the show. Mark gets his camera bot ready and in place and sets up his two computers to manage the script, slides, video recording, and live streams with OBS, a horrendous multitasking nightmare. Don't talk to me about multitasking.
It is. It's insane. I don't know how he does it. Seriously. The hosts, usually in 2D, pull up the script so we can read and interact with you all in VR. It helps to have more than one screen. I'm working on my fifth and sixth, but sometimes we just use split screen on our laptops to make it work. Whatever it takes to bring you the news, we do.
We follow the script for the most part, ad-libbing and goofing up, as you all know we do, and often losing our place. But we have an amazing team that knows each
resemble that.
other so well that we cover when Laurel loses internet or I forget to lean into my mic or both of us invent new words, and you
Yay!
seem to love us for it all.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
The host can follow the slides through the monitors and the screens that Mark has added to our presentation desk to ensure that we stay on track. Mark follows the script and keeps the slides going. And if there's an issue, he pings us on the private Discord channel to let us know there's a problem or just let us know we're running out of time. Okay, he just orders us around, but we appreciate it.
Very true on both counts. And throughout it all, our mods monitor and help people coming in, keeping track of the audience count so they can jump into a mirrored room if necessary. And they nag us when we mute ourselves, which happens more than you would think.
Oh, yes, indeed. And it is quite the production. Now, we may make it look easy, but honestly, when the show is over, we're often drenched with that sweat. We need those face masks and exhausted. It takes a ton of work to make this look easy. But this show is really important to us. And you are very important to us. And this community is important to us. So we keep on trucking.
Now, let's get our producer Mark down here to celebrate with us.
Come on.
Unfortunately, Mark
Yay!
ran out of luck and has COVID and is not able to speak. But we have a team of people here who have helped us out and who have been an invaluable part of the history of news and updates.
So first up, come on, JW. Come on down here. And Dawn, Jay hosted the show for a while, and Dawn, who's one of the geniuses behind Improv VR, also hosted the show. So come on down here. And we have so come on down. We also have our longtime moderators here, Karen666, Lance, Ancient I Won't Say, Stands with Trees. I'm sure I've forgotten a few other ones out there. All of the people, Rich, you need to get down here, who've all been a part of this for some since nearly the beginning. And what we would like from you, since we're all down here, come on, Karen.
Come on,
Stands with
Rich.
Trees. Get over here.
Rich.
Come on, Rich. Come on, Ancient. Get over here.
Come on, you
Ancient.
guys. We don't bite,
can
do
do it.
we, Laurel?
Well, if we do, you'll enjoy it.
Anymore.
Yay. Come on over, sweetie. Yay. All right, Rich. All right, Rich is going to stay there. He's going to be a puss. Okay. Now, we need you to take pictures of us. So we're going to do a mark because we're all up here. We need some pictures,
Now
and
we
we
put
need
you
to
to
post
work.
them to our
Yes.
News and Updates Discord.
That's right.
know
So the
all
audience
what we look
take
like.
pictures.
So get some pictures. Come on, y'all. Come on, stand.
Take a
Set up
picture,
some
it'll
trees.
last longer.
Get some hearts. Get some hearts going. Yay! Come on. You getting some pictures? Yay!
Pictures.
Pictures. All right, Darren, you gonna grab one? All right, and Dave is. Oh, Dave just walked in the front of Darren taking a picture.
So we'd like to
Yay!
hear from the group about their memories and experiences.
Absolutely.
So let's start now with JW.
Jay, you've been here
Oh,
with us
wow.
since the very beginning.
Yeah. And it was so awesome to see this whole walking back in time and where you are today. And oh my God, just blows my mind to see where we are today, and all the work that everyone has put in. Mark, this all wouldn't be possible without you. It's just unbelievable. I know that you just put your heart and soul into all of this. Rel, the energy that you put into putting together the script and just hold the team together just blows my mind on top of everything else that you do. And Karen, you're just such a perfect counterpart to Rel to help deliver the news and I mean just you guys just such great chemistry, and so it's just awesome to be here and to reflect and to be here with everybody again. Don, I haven't seen you in so long. It's look at this
I know.
wonderful audience out here and just supporting everyone. 200 episodes
Yay.
just blows my mind, and yeah, thank you for that little time capsule, and
Yay.
I'm excited to see what the future brings with news and
Thank
updates.
you. Now,
So,
for those that
yeah.
aren't familiar with JW, because he has not been here for a while, he's been in and out. JW was one of the founding community helpers who helped to create the AltSpace VR 101 and the first of the community helper training programs and all the things associated with that, working with staff and everything. And then you little stinker, you brought me in. How dare you?
Created a monster
You
of
did create a
amazing.
monster. You did create a monster. And so we've been working together since early, I don't even remember, 2018. And it's always such a
50
joy
months
to
at
work with
least.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have given so much to this community. It is oh God, I'm starting to cry. There is
Mhm.
no way this community could ever thank you for all the things that you have given. So thank you so much for what you do and your great generosity and heart of service. So thank you. Thank you. All right,
My
now before we start
pleasure.
crying, Dawn, you've been with us
Hi.
since near the beginning. You were one of our hosts early on too.
Yeah.
Yes, back when I could only stutter to read. It was great. So
Not only that, but you came in on a headset that
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the Daydream. Oh, I miss it.
I do
Daydream.
too.
Right.
It was my favorite thing, and then Keegan had to
Yeah.
ruin it.
Yeah, I know. Well, what are your memories of those early years?
So I hate to say this, but I really don't remember a whole lot. All I know is that I really genuinely had so much fun doing it. Uh, like it was so nice to like have like so. Here I am stuttering again. Can't get my shit together. Uh, but damn, I really should have prepared better for this, but I didn't. Uh, uh, it's kind of hard to put into words, but that's whenever I had already. That was around the same time that I had like really started putting myself into making my own events. So then to
Mm-hmm.
also get way more practice with like an audience and speaking, as you can see, I've
Mm-hmm.
learned so much. Uh, uh, it was fun. It was fun while I was here. I wish that that I could spend more time here because I really do love being around with all of you. And I miss you too so much, JW. I haven't spoken to you in
Mm.
years.
I love this reunion. Yeah, but you're doing so
Yeah.
much with Improv VR and everything, right? And like,
y-
I
Yeah,
wish.
the thing in a place. Well, you have a thing in a place, and those things are happening. And
yeah.
used to
Yes.
make jokes and calling yourself the third wheel on our show, but you were such a
Mm-hmm.
valuable part of our show while you were helping to host it and things. And I will never forget. You think we've told you a little bit about the behind the scenes. He was on.
Mm-hmm.
Don was on his. This is the determination that we love. Don was
Mm,
on his Daydream, which is a
Yep.
phone powered. For those that don't know what
mhm.
it is a phone power one step above cardboard headset. It was
Yes.
freaking brilliant headset. And you had
Mhm.
one hand controller and you were
Mhm.
reading the script through your nose.
Yes. I don't remember what I was reading it off of though.
I think you were you were trying to read it off of your computer screen, but I think you were either reading it off your phone or you're reading off at a printed piece of paper. I think it was off your
Yeah.
phone. I can't remember, but he always had his head just a little bit crooked while he was presenting. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was
Mm-hmm.
just beautiful. Now, I'd love to hear from the rest of you about what your memories
Mm-hmm.
and thoughts of being involved. Karen Six has been here for ages, and Karen, I know you have long before we put you up on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What are your
Who are you?
memories?
Me or
Yeah, I'm
It's
Karen
asking
Karen
you
Six?
and
666.
both Karen Six and Karen, both Karens.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever
Okay,
speaks
Karen, you want to
first.
go first? Because you
Gotta
were here
unmute.
before I was, I think, or you were moderating.
Yeah.
I was a
Well, I used to
audience member.
come and watch the show, and I really enjoyed it. And then when they were asking for volunteers, I thought, yeah, I'd like to be a part of it. And I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I just think it's so good to see how much work goes into it and how people give up their time just for the community. And I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to play my own small part in helping stuff to run smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Love it, love it. Don has had to be at another event, so he only had a short time. He might be back, but I
Oh,
knew he
okay.
had to leave early. So, Karen, what about you?
Well, I just have to say, I guess it's going on a year that I've been doing this, and I absolutely love it. I love interacting up here on the stage with you. I love coming in early and just chatting with the moderators and you before we get started. And, I love
Mm-hmm.
having access to, I mean, Laurel, I have to say, Laurel writes the script. Okay. I really don't help with that. I look through it and correct maybe tiny little grammatical things or
She
typos or
saves it.
whatever. But Laurel does a brilliant job at writing
Mm-hmm.
that script. It's not an easy
Mm-hmm.
task, and I don't know how she does it, but she does a great job. But it's just been an honor and a pleasure to be up here. I love doing this news and updates.
I'm going to tell a story on her that I don't
Uh-oh.
think anybody has heard.
Uh-oh.
Lance, is it okay if I tell the story of how she got up here?
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So, as many of you know, Lance is very creative when it comes to spelling. And Karen has generously helped more people than you might know how to read and how to write and spell here in Altspace. all volunteer, all private, nothing public, beautiful generosity of spirit. And when we needed to have a new host, I was talking to Lance because we were working on a project together, and I said, "Okay, we all know the same people. Who could be a host? Any suggestions?" Because we were in an emergency situation. And he said, "Why not Karen?" And I said, "Okay, she'd be perfect." So he went and I said, "You go ask," because I was in the middle. I just delegated. You go ask, right? Lance, I said, "You go ask her," and he did. This is what Karen agreed to. She blackmailed Lance. She said, "I'll do it if you let me teach you how to spell." And he said, okay. He would do some classes and stuff with her to learn how to improve his spelling.
I
And
love
she
that.
said, okay. So thank you, Lance, for being blackmailed. And Karen, thank you for blackmailing him because his spelling has improved.
Well, we need to do some more lessons. Well,
I know, but I
Lance
love
and I have
that.
we have a mutual teaching relationship. So he teaches me. I learned so much from Lance. And a little thing that well, everybody out there who knows me knows I don't have any sense of direction, right? I don't have a sense of direction, period. So for a year almost now, Lance has been telling me how to get to the back, and I always go to the wrong curtain. So today,
We end
for
up
the
looking
first
for
time,
her
I went to the
backstage.
right
This is
curtains.
not a big backstage area, folks. And she's off wandering in a corner somewhere. And so Lance has led her backstage, but today, for the first time ever, it only took, a whole year. She finally figured it out by herself. So we're very proud of you.
Finally,
on the 200th episode.
200 episodes. And Mark and I have been besties for a very, very long time. Since even before this happened, the show started and stuff. And I consider him. Yeah, you put up with me, don't you? And I know he can't talk because he's got the horrible sore throat and stuff going on with the COVID. But I know that if he could talk, he would just say how incredibly proud he is of not only what he's accomplished, because I know you're very proud of this. You've created this out of a nothing idea. It's all been you. And then it's and then the people in the team, the people that you've brought together who care about you is a beautiful gift. Yay, thank you. It really is. You've brought together these amazing people, so thank you. So
And I
let's
think
spend
Mark's story is archived on YouTube, right? From a past
yeah,
episode
many times. Yep.
of
Yep.
overcoming
Yeah.
anxiety and just becoming an amazing producer and public speaker and host. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really incredible. And
Mhm.
and I'm gonna start crying. Okay. Anyway, to stay back on track to keep us on schedule, because I know he's looking at his watch too. I want to just take this time since we have all of you have been in Altspace for at least 3 years, right? Or more. And I would love to hear from you of how you've seen it evolve and change, because that's our job,
Mhm.
is to report on. We're like documentarians. We report on the history of Altspace. Our archived videos and stuff, they tell that history of the show. So
Mhm.
I'd love to know, Jay, you've been in here the longest of us, you and I.
Mhm.
How have you seen it change and evolve here in Altspace?
Oh wow. Well, I remember when we used to do back in the day, it was more of updates than it was the news. Like you're now incorporating a lot of the news into this. Like I was just really surprised when I was hearing stories about, the COVID situation and different things of the industry news that's going on. I think that's amazing to see that evolve because it really has become the news and the updates. But as far as Altspace, my God, I remember going all the way back to like looking at the days of the set that was created with the world creator, like the in-world
The world
creator,
editor,
right?
yeah.
We didn't have Unity, and we have to give a big shout out to Anthony M and Jimmy, who really worked to bring the Unity uploader to us here at Altspace that allowed the whole trajectory of Altspace to change, the whole landscape, everything changed once the Unity uploader was introduced, and now you see a studio like this that Mark created in Unity versus the, when you go back and look at the other pictures
The
of
Fred
the
Flintstone, the
in-world
Flintstones
creator.
cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's a huge you want to talk about advancement that we need to give a shout out to, because that would never be possible. A lot of what's possible in AltSpace now would never have been possible if it wasn't for people giving to the community like that. Anthony M and really took us to a whole nother level with that. So I'm really appreciative of what he did, to make that possible. So AltSpace has evolved in terms of events and in terms of experiences in a way that, if you go back and watch the YouTube videos, the archives, I think all the shows are archived. You'll see it for yourself, and I think that's a better example of, than me just getting up here and talking about it. But my God, we've come a long way in 4 or 5 years. It just blows my
Mhm.
mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of
Mhm.
generosity of spirit, let's not forget, besides the amazing gifts that Ancient I Won't Say has given to our community freely, Mark has done amazing things as a world builder too, including
Mhm.
the camera monitors that are available to everyone through the featured kits here in AltSpace. Those Mark did those. So we just love all of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How about the
Mhm.
rest of you? Any thoughts? Stands with trees? Lance, Karen, other Karen? Ancient? I don't know if you want to give it a try. Anyone? What you've seen through the history of the evolution of AltSpace.
No more robots. We got
Lance?
avatars that are
All
more
these
human-like.
shy people. Oh, okay. So let me see here. Okay, for some reason, there, Stands with Trees. Can you amplify your voice?
There we go. There we go. I don't know. There was some
Okay.
kind of a
I don't know.
glitch there.
You couldn't
Yeah.
unmute. Okay.
But well, first off, happy 200th, everybody.
Yay!
Yay.
But I could just say, I remember, I just recently started my 3rd year here in AltSpace, and I remember coming into my very first news and updates show. And I would go and I would stand in the back corner with Rich. Rich, you need to get your butt down here.
He's
Um,
probably helping back up recording.
I, uh,
He's shy.
I would stand in the back corner there with Rich, and and then I remember, I remember Lance. I remember, when I first met Lance at his when he started helping out with the first event, and then with news and updates, I've been able to watch Lance really blossom into what he is today. The awesome guy he is today. That's been a lot of fun to watch. Um, and then, of course, I was always, or I am always glad I was able to step in and help out moderating when Ancient had his health issues, and yeah, so there we
We are
go. The
so
rest is
grateful for
history, as
that.
they say.
Yay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. And I know Ancient does because this is part of the normal routine for him. So Stands with Trees stepped up and covered for you. So we're really, really grateful for that. Thank you. And we've also, if anyone else up on this up on the stage wants to add something, I'd love to hear from you. But we've also opened it up to the audience for just a few minutes, and to show you how talented Mark is, he's up here on the stage and controlling his camera bot. So that's multitasking expertise. Anyone out in the audience, you hit the raise hand button, and we'd love to hear from you about any of your thoughts on our 200th episode. We'd love to do it. Hit the raise hand button. And is there anyone up here want to add something? You're also monitoring YouTube too, aren't you? The comments and stuff. He's got everything going up. It's just insane. Okay, Lance, you have something?
Alright, well, I am panicking. That's why I just kept shaking my head no. But I might as well say something because someone did just remind me. Because I remember the very first time I came into news and updates. I was doing something. I don't remember what it was. And then someone named Spiky Gray was the
Like,
one who
yay!
said, "So are you going to News and Update?" And I just stared at her and I was like, "What the heck is News and Update?" And she told me it's every Saturday. You should come. So one day, one of the Saturdays, I just decided to come in with her, and from there on, I've been wanting to help as best as I can, to help moderate and become a reporter. And as soon as I did that, I was going around reporting. It was nice to actually make it into some of the big events that happened that only happened one time and stuff that didn't happen again, and take photos. I still got those photos,
Mhm.
which was
It's like
nice. So
you're archiving it for history in a lot of ways, aren't you?
Hmm.
something like that, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
nice. So it is cool how this is the 200th episode. So and I
And by
made
the
that
way,
200 right there.
give it up for Lance because he made this beautiful 200 as a surprise for Mark to put it right up in the front here. That beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful 200 that glows. It kind of it pulses
It
color
pulses
on
a
it.
bit. You just have to really stare at it to see it pulsing.
Yeah, I know it's
So
beautiful.
And
It's
here's to
beautiful.
200 more. Yay!
Yay! I love it. Thank you, Lance. Marcia, we'd love to hear from you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Well, congratulations because this is fabulous. I look forward to seeing all you guys, but I have to relate to a story that was told about Karen, that you said
Uh-oh.
about Karen, that it took her 200 episodes to find the back door to the back room. When you asked me to co-host on Karen's behalf when she was not available, I banged into the door twice. So I relate. I relate.
Yes,
Oh,
but Marcia, that
yay.
was your first time. This is my 200th time.
I know.
I know, not 12 of
But
them.
but thank you for trying to make me feel better.
Yay, and that was such a fun episode. I love it. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
All right, Spiky Gray, who's responsible for Lance. No,
I don't know whether to say you're welcome or sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm just
exactly.
kidding, Lance. I love you. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that makes. I can't even imagine the hours that goes into this. It helped me when I first ended up here 20 months ago, learn more about the platform. I've met many friends through here, so I just want to say a big thank you to that. Laurel, thank you. I know that, and Mark, you're and Karen, you're just such a cornerstone for this, and I just want to say thank you. And then on another level, I really want to say thank you for all things Lance, because I think Lance continues to be a beautiful example of when you have dedicated people with kindness, how they support people with kindness. And Lance
Mhm.
continues to be someone that when I'm presenting about virtual reality, talk about. I talk about this setup and I talk about how if we're all kind together and we all look out for each other, great things will happen. So a platform like this is a perfect example for that. And Lance, I love you to pieces because you are just a shining example of caring people and how caring people will do what they can to care for you in the process. So thank you, everyone on that stage that helps make that possible.
Yes,
Here's to paying it
indeed.
forward, Lance. Thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Spiky. All right, wow. Any last words, anyone? All right, get off the stage. Thank you. Thank you all for all that you have done to make this possible for us. Seriously, we could not do this without you. And you only saw just a small tip of the iceberg of all the people that have touched our lives over the last 4 years to make this possible. And I really also want to make a shout out again to Mark, who had a vision, you know, and allowed us, the community to take that forward and make it what it is today. And his patience and tolerance is definitely in line with the Altspace VR community standards. He lives it and breathes it every day. And he is also not only one of my bestest friends, but he's also my moral compass in a lot of ways. And I really, really appreciate that so much. So thank you, Mark. I wish we could hear your words, but we understand that we're speaking for you right now. So get feeling better, my friend, because we have more to do. We have so much more to do. And thank you, Karen, for blackmailing Lance and volunteering to do this, because it is an amazing joy to do this with you.
Well, and thank you, Laurel, for everything you do and making this come together each week along with Mark.
Thank you. All right, now let's talk about what's coming in September.
From the very beginning, we've longed to have more than 2 voices up here. When I was gone one weekend, they brought in 6 people to replace me.
It took 6.
Well, actually, it didn't, but they brought 6 people in anyway, and it was a fantastic experience, and it added to the workload, but it was so much fun, and we want more. And I watched the recording, and that team was absolutely fabulous. And any one person on that team could have stood up here with you, Laurel, and carried it off. But I loved that, panel experience of having more than just 2 voices. I loved that. It added diversity and variety to the show. And they did such a great job. I thought, okay, there goes my job after I saw the team.
Well, that's what we've been longing for from the very beginning. But it takes courage to get up here. It also doesn't. It takes a lot of stupidity and naivete to get up here as well, because you got to have a little of all of it to stand up here. I never intended to do this for 200 episodes. Oh my goodness. And every weekend I wonder, and then I do it and I go, glad I did, and my husband's getting used to it, but it's really, it means a lot to all of us. So we're going to be inviting some new co-hosts to join us to cover various features that we do here in News and Updates. We want to cover these events better. We want to cover more of the metaverse and virtual hardware and world building, but it's going to take a bigger team.
So we're talking to some people about stepping into these reporter roles up here on the stage. So if that's something that fills you with passion and you want to commit to joining our team, we would love it. And please let us know.
Now, we don't know what Mark has planned for the studio because he ain't sharing yet. He does that. It always turns out fantastic, but I hate it. No, I love it. No, it all turns out great. Every year it gets better and better, and we're so excited about it. So we're expanding our streaming options beyond YouTube and Twitch, especially into Discord, and to support all of our fans there. And we would love help doing that as well.
We have many special plans scheduled for next year, heading into our 5th year. So get ready and excited for September. Yay!
So that is all for the News and Updates today. Thank you so much for joining us every week and celebrating almost 4 years of News and Updates. And thank you for being here to celebrate our 200th episode.
We do this for you every Saturday to help you be a better informed community. We have some fun events coming up soon, so keep an eye out on Discord and on our News and Updates channel here in AltSpace VR for updates.
Now remember, we'll be here next week. Then we're taking a break. It's our first ever to revamp the studio and our show in August. We will be back better than ever in September.
We live stream the news onto YouTube and Twitch every week, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities as well in our News and Updates Discord.
As you can see, this is a huge labor of love, and we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderators, and help us put on the show every week. And today, and for over 200 episodes.
We do this for you for free. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in AltSpace VR.
If you'd like to join us, step on up. Come let us know after the show. We're looking for everybody. And it sometimes, our reporters, it's an easy task. You already go to the events, you already go to the things. We just need you to take some pictures and write up a 2-sentence description of what your experience was. That's it. So if you want to be a reporter, you want to join us, you're already doing it, you're acting like one already, please do. And this is fun. As you can see, we have such a good time, and we'd love to help you enhance our show going forward, because this is your show as much as it is ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it.
Thank you to all of our news and updates volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success week after week. Thank you. And in these uncertain times, please, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay. Thank you, Karen. Thank you,
Thank you,
Marcy, the other
Lorelle.
Karen.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,